Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal in this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And that's what we're going to do in this video. We are going to talk about Dwayne Wade and stop this man from rewriting history, bending reality, and just straight up lying for LeBron James again about Kobe Bryant. I don't understand why these guys got to make up stories and try to put LeBron James in the same sentence and category as someone like Michael Jordan. And in this instance of Kobe Bryant. Now, I heard a clip of Dwayne Wade. Once again, Dwayne Wade's on a podcast, another ex-NBA player on a podcast, running their mouth. Do these guys have no lives? These guys do nothing but go on podcasts? I don't understand, man. These guys are living the dream, I guess. They got all this money. They got nothing to worry about, not a care in the world. All these guys do is go on podcasts. That's all I see from ex-NBA players. These guys do nothing but run their mouths. These guys retire from the NBA and decide to just keep talking and talking and talking. And all they're doing is saying nonsense. I don't respect a damn thing that Dwayne Wade has to say, especially in relation to LeBron James, man. This dude is telling stories all the time. And once again, he contradicts himself left and right. He's a hypocrite. A lot of times I hear him speak. And in this clip, I heard him talking about how LeBron James and Kobe Bryant had the same mentality. They were different people, but they had similar characteristics, which allowed them to be in the GOAT conversation. He really tried to put LeBron James and Kobe Bryant in the same sentence. He tried to say that they had similar characteristics, right, to greatness, because they were both chasing greatness. We're going to talk about in this video, man. This guy says some weird stuff here. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled by all the support. I want to send a special thanks out to my man K for coming through, QUE, my man KK coming through again with the super thanks. You truly, truly humbled me. Thank you for your continued support, man. Shout out to everybody in the membership. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So yes, guys, like I said, I wanted to talk briefly about this clip that I saw from Dwayne Wade, once again on a podcast, talking about LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, and he's, talking about how LeBron James and Kobe Bryant are, very similar, but they're different. And I don't know what he's talking about, because I've never thought once that Kobe Bryant and LeBron James have anything in common. They don't have anything in common as far as I'm concerned, as far as what I've witnessed with my eyes, what I've watched them do, what I've listened to them say, the way that they've carried themselves, the way that they play the game of basketball, their approach, their mindset. To me, there's no common ground between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, guys. That's why I've always told you guys, it's a similar scenario for Michael Jordan. How can you be a supporter, a true supporter of Kobe Bryant, of Michael Jordan, and be a supporter of LeBron James? It doesn't work that way. There is no dynamic there where you're like, yeah, man, I can see being a LeBron James fan and a Kobe fan and a Michael Jordan fan. It doesn't add up, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying that since day one. No true basketball fan that's a supporter of Michael Jordan, that respects Michael Jordan, that respects Kobe Bryant and what they did on the basketball court, their mindset, their approach. There's no one that values these men that can value LeBron James the same. You just can't do it. It doesn't make sense because they're two opposites. I told you, LeBron James is the antithesis of Michael Jordan and what he represented, what he stood for on the basketball court, man. Remember, this is not personal with these guys. I don't know them. I only know what they show us in the public eye, what they put out for us to see, to judge. And by that metric, LeBron James is light years away from Michael Jordan, light years away from Kobe Bryant. There is no similarities here. But I'm listening to Dwayne Wade talk on this podcast, and what is he doing? He's pumping up LeBron James and putting him in the same conversation as Kobe Bryant as far as Kobe Bryant's work ethic, his mentality, their approach to the game. Dwayne Wade is saying those things are similar, but they're different players. And I don't buy that at all. Not only are they different players, but there are no similarities to me. The only thing that's similar between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James is they're both professional basketball players. They're both all-time greats. That's where it ends. That's literally where it ends, guys. There's nothing else that I look at Kobe Bryant, I look at LeBron James, and I'm like, yeah, I can see similarities in this about them. There is no similar. We know the games are not similar, and Dwayne Wade did not say that. But Dwayne Wade was talking about a mentality, their approach, their work ethic. And to me, LeBron James, nowhere close to Kobe Bryant in this regard. Now, I wrote down a couple of quotes from Dwayne Wade that he said in this on this podcast, in this interview or conversation, whatever the hell it was. Once again, I don't know why these people must always, like, why can't we just interview Dwayne Wade and just be like, hey, man, how would you, talk about your career, or, some of the great moments of your career, or what were some of the lows, or, would you have done anything different, anything like that. Like, why are we asking Dwayne Wade about Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Why are we having these conversations with some of these clowns? Why are we asking Michael Beasley about LeBron James and Michael Jordan? Why do we care what these fools have to say? It doesn't make any sense because, like I said, these guys are not holding on to their integrity. I don't give a damn who likes who more, who thinks who's the greatest of all time. I got no problem with this stuff. They can like whoever they want. They can think that LeBron's greater than Mike. That's great. I tell you, where you lose me is when these guys try to explain it. You must be able to explain your reasoning. Your opinion is not going to be worth a damn if you can't back it up and support your opinion with facts and evidence. You guys say, hey, LeBron James greater than Michael Jordan. Okay. And then when you listen to them break it down, it makes no sense. They lie about Michael Jordan. They try to bend reality. They rewrite their history for LeBron James, and they start talking narratives. That's where you lose me, and I have no respect for these fools out here. That's why I say no one cares what these fools say, because these guys won't keep their integrity. If these guys would just be honest, keep the integrity, and speak truthfully and keep the facts to facts, then we wouldn't have to call you guys out and expose you fools. So Dwayne Wade says this: Kobe has a mystique around him that he just works so hard all the time. Quote, Bron don't have that, but I never seen nobody work like him. It's just different. I ain't never seen nobody be that consistent in practice. You hear this nonsense? Did you hear what he just said right there? Listen to this. Kobe has a mystique around him that he just works so hard all the time. How dare you disrespect Kobe Bryant, the memory of Kobe Bryant, the work ethic of Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality of Kobe Bryant, by saying it's a mystique that he has around him? It's not a mystique, you fool. There is no mystique around Kobe Bryant's practice or his work ethic or any of that stuff. It's true. It's factual. There's no mystique about it. The facts remain and are there. Kobe Bryant busted his butt in practice. Kobe Bryant had to bust his butt in practice. And Dwayne Wade should know this because Dwayne Wade, once again, played with these guys, against these guys, but is not being honest about both of these men. And when I say he's not being honest, how are you going to say that Kobe Bryant has a mystique around him, that he works so hard in practice, when you know it's the facts? When you've heard stories from other people, the teammates, when you've seen Kobe Bryant, you've heard the stories. How many stories have you heard about LeBron James' work ethic in practice? Or like Dwayne Wade says here, I ain't never seen nobody be that consistent in practice. What does that even mean? Be that consistent in practice? I haven't heard any legendary practice stories of LeBron James. There's not one story of LeBron James in practice where you're like, damn, LeBron James, a hard-working dude in practice. He's doing all this crazy stuff. You don't hear that stuff. What do we hear? We hear the opposite. We hear that LeBron James teams don't practice hard, that they don't practice like that. That's what I've heard from a lot of these players that play on LeBron James teams. They expose that fact. Remember Isaiah Thomas when he played for I want to say it was the 2018 Cavaliers. I believe he was on the 2018 Cavaliers. If I remember correctly, as a free agent, Isaiah Thomas was on that team. And I remember Isaiah Thomas saying he was shocked that they don't practice, the Cavaliers. That's LeBron James' team. He was on that team. But here's Dwayne Wade talking about, I ain't never seen no one be that consistent in practice. Dwayne Wade, you played 4 years with LeBron James in Miami, guy. 4 years out of LeBron James' 22-year career. And Dwayne Wade's going to sit there and make a statement that he ain't never seen nobody work as hard as LeBron James, be that consistent LeBron James in practice. Dude, you played 4 years with him. 4 years. You weren't on his team and in the practices all these other years. You were not there. But you ain't never seen no one else be that consistent and work that hard in practice? Really? Interesting. You expose yourself. And I would really love to hear what other people that you played with would have to say about that. LeBron James worked hard on all those guys. Really, LeBron James worked that hard, but where's the evidence from it, Dwayne Wade? Where's all the stories of LeBron James in practice? Where are these stories? How many stories we hear about Michael Jordan in practice? I mean, they're all over the place, the legendary practice stories from Michael Jordan. We've seen and heard the stories about Kobe Bryant pushing his teammates and how he was intense in practices. There's no stories about LeBron James being intense in practice like that. As a matter of fact, once again, I said it's the complete opposite. But he says there's a mystique around Kobe Bryant that he worked so hard. And you know what's funny? We heard a similar thing from a Jeff Teague. Remember, I did a video some weeks back, and we talked about, I mentioned how Jeff Teague once said that he wasn't really a fan of Kobe Bryant because he felt that Kobe Bryant was trying too hard. That he said that everything seemed to, it had to come so hard for Kobe Bryant. He had to work so hard to score his points. He had to work so hard for this. He had to work so hard for that he thought that he didn't really, I didn't even understand what he's saying. He had a problem with Kobe Bryant because he worked too hard. It looked like he was trying too hard. That's insane, guys. This is how these guys' minds are. Someone like Jeff Teague, someone like Dwayne Wade, he's going to sit there and say it's a mystique around Kobe Bryant. No, it's not a mystique, man. And then he says, Bron don't have that mystique. Why do you think LeBron James doesn't have that mystique, Dwayne Wade? For you to sit there and say that you expose LeBron James and you expose your bias and that you have no evidence to support LeBron James having any kind of reputation. It's not a mystique, it's a reputation that Kobe Bryant earned and developed over the years of him being in the NBA. You think the Mamba mentality just came from thin air? It just came out of nowhere, the Mamba mentality. They just made that up when Kobe Bryant died? They just made that up when he retired? No, there's a reason why the Mamba mentality is an actual thing. Does LeBron James have anything like that? The LeBron mentality? Do you ever hear anything? The LeBron mentality is the complete opposite of Kobe mentality. But Dwayne Wade wants to talk about they have the same mindset because in the same conversation, he said they had to have the same mentality. He said they had to have the same mentality because he was saying that for them to end up in a GOAT conversation after all of these years that they play in the NBA, he said they had to have had the same mentality to get to that level. And that's complete BS. Once again, LeBron James had an entire machine behind him. The media behind him. He has an entire machine. The media, everyone, the chosen one, the NBA, the commissioner, everyone on LeBron James. Kobe Bryant never had that kind of support from the media, from the NBA to push him like that. So once again, even with all of that, LeBron James still doesn't have that reputation of a Kobe Bryant. Still doesn't have anything that he's given to the NBA. What has LeBron James given to the league? He's given us a play-in tournament, an in-season tournament, flopping guidelines, load managing, right, standards. This is what happened under LeBron James' watch. This is what he's given us. The All-Star game became a joke under LeBron James, which was the complete opposite when Kobe Bryant was still in the NBA. The All-Star game was still competitive. And we saw Kobe Bryant in 2012 embarrass LeBron James. But Dwayne Wade's not going to mention that? He's not. What did one of the guys say in the comments? He said that LeBron James never took the All-Star game serious like Kobe did. But Dwayne Wade's going to talk about, oh, it's a mystique around Kobe Bryant. No! The mentality, the mindset, the approach of Kobe Bryant cannot be denied. It's not a mystique. The man earned that reputation by going out there, pushing his teammates, not crying and moaning for free agents and a billion trades and, getting coaches fired. You know what I'm saying? Just not failing to play in an actual system, not sacrificing for his teammates. Dwayne Wade's talking like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, similar mentalities. Meanwhile, LeBron James had done everything in his power to put all the odds in his favor to get easy championships, joining other players to make teams. On the other hand, Kobe Bryant did the exact opposite and chased Shaquille O'Neal out of town. Because in his mind, the only way that he could get on Jordan's level is to win the way that Jordan won. And how did Michael Jordan win, guys? Without a dominant big man. Michael Jordan, the first superstar in history to win multiple championships without any dominant big man. I mean, it's insane, guys, when you think about that. No one's winning that many championships with no dominant big man down low. But Michael Jordan was the first person. That's why he changed the game. So when we think about that way, Kobe Bryant chased away Shaquille O'Neal so that he could win on his own, right? Like Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, LeBron James did the complete opposite of Kobe Bryant. Instead of doing what Kobe Bryant did, going through a grind, right? Working on it, becoming coachable, working on your overall game, LeBron James decided to take a shortcut. That wasn't Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant never took a shortcut. Dwayne Wade won't mention this, though. But you're going to say they have the same mentality? They're different players, but the same mentality. It's insane. Dwayne Wade's been saying some reckless stuff about Kobe Bryant on some of these podcasts. I heard Dwayne Wade say in a podcast a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week or so ago, that the NBA gave Kobe Bryant Pau Gasol. They just gave him Pau Gasol. That's what Dwayne Wade said, crying. They just gave him Pau Gasol. Who the hell was Pau Gasol before Kobe Bryant? And I'm not saying Pau Gasol wasn't a good player, because he was. But who was he? He wasn't a Hall of Famer. He wasn't that dude. But Kobe Bryant made it work. He helped Pau Gasol. He lifted up Pau Gasol. LeBron James ain't lifted nobody up like that, but Dwayne Wade talking reckless. And there's another point that I want to make here that's really important that we all have to understand, that exposes Dwayne Wade when he says it's nonsense. When he says Kobe has a mystique around him that he just works so hard all the time. I want you guys to think about Chris Bosh and the statement that Chris Bosh said at his Hall of Fame speech. If I remember correctly, it was his Hall of Fame speech a couple years back. He started telling a story of the 2008 Redeem Team. And he talks a story about how, he was a young player and he wanted to establish himself, right? As one of the leaders, as one of the guys that was going to be there first thing in the morning. So he said, I set my alarm clock. I get everything ready. I wanted to be the first guy down to breakfast, the first guy at the gym. I wanted to be number one. I wanted to prove a point, right? He wanted to set a standard. He said he went down there and Kobe Bryant was already there, soaked in sweat with ice packs on his knees. And he said, not only was this guy up before me, but he had already worked out before I even got to the gym. So Chris Bosh started to talk about how that inspired him and why did it inspire him. He said not only was that impressive because, what he did, being up that early, having to work out that mentality. Remember, Kobe Bryant's already been in the league for years now, 2008. To still have that mentality working like that. But also Chris Bosh said that this man just came out of an NBA Finals days earlier. Remember, the Lakers were in the NBA Finals in 2008 versus Celtics, and they lost in 6 games, if I remember correctly. So Chris Bosh is saying the dude just came out of the NBA Finals days ago, and he's already at the practice doing all this work. I mean, no days off, essentially. Fresh off an NBA Finals. So you didn't have no breaks. You played the whole season, went to the finals, you lost in 6 games, and there goes Kobe Bryant, man, the first guy in practice. Chris Bosh like, damn, I had weeks and months off, and I still wasn't even ready like that. And Kobe Bryant, a couple of days after the NBA Finals, first thing in the morning, he was the standard. That's what Chris Bosh was saying. That was the standard, and that woke me up and realized that I had work to do and that I wasn't on that level yet. Did you hear any stories about LeBron James like that? I don't remember hearing stories about LeBron James like that. That's Kobe Bryant, guys. So what is Dwayne Wade talking about when he says that Kobe Bryant has a mystique about his work ethic and that LeBron James and Kobe Bryant have the same mentality? No, they don't. They never did. They never have. And that's great for LeBron James. You don't have to be like Kobe. You don't have to be like Michael Jordan. But they keep trying to tell us that he is when he's not. And that's part of the problem for LeBron James because he did not have that mindset of those guys. He did not have the work ethic of Kobe Bryant. Once again, Kobe Bryant was not blessed with the genetics of a LeBron James. He was not blessed with the athleticism and genetics of a Michael Jordan and a lot of all these other great players. The Tracy McGrady's, the Vince Carters, right? Kobe Bryant was a great athlete, but not on those guys' levels of athleticism. But yet and still, Kobe Bryant worked and accomplished more than a lot of those guys. Why? Because he outworked them. And I've done a video on how hard work will always beat talent when talent doesn't work as hard. And LeBron James had more talent than Kobe Bryant as far as athleticism, right? As far as the size of LeBron James. He had all these advantages over Kobe Bryant. But the one thing that LeBron James did not have was the mentality of Kobe Bryant. Nowhere close to that mindset. The grit, the heart, the toughness of a Kobe Bryant. So the overall skills that Kobe Bryant developed, the fundamentals, all goes to Kobe Bryant's work ethic. It's not a mystique. It's what Kobe Bryant did. Working on his game all of those years where you could see it, the tangible results were on the court. We saw it show up. The toughness, we saw Kobe Bryant's toughness. We saw the overall game. We saw the leadership. We saw the mentality. We saw the work ethic. We didn't see LeBron James' work ethic like that. And it's not to say LeBron James doesn't work hard or didn't work hard in his life at all to get to where he is. But let's understand that LeBron James has had a much easier road to get to where he's gotten than LeBron James. Much easier. All right, LeBron James' easier road was so much easier than Kobe Bryant's. Kobe Bryant had to work so much harder for what he got. That's why I told you, it's really hard to say that someone could work harder than Kobe Bryant. To me, no one can match or supersede his work ethic. When I told you guys about Michael Jordan versus Kobe, it's not the work ethic that made Michael Jordan greater than Kobe Bryant. But it was Michael Jordan's competitiveness that was still a little bit greater than Kobe's. And Michael Jordan had the advantages physically. To me, Michael Jordan was a smarter basketball player than Kobe Bryant. And like I said, he was just more gifted. So when Michael Jordan's gifted that way, and he also had the mentality and the competitiveness, the heart, the grit, all that. That's why I say Michael Jordan has all the things, all the intangibles, everything you need. Michael Jordan has that. When you think about someone like Larry Bird, for example, he has all those things I just mentioned, but he didn't have the athleticism of a Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying, guys? So even though Larry Bird was amazing, and I love Larry Bird, he did not have those gifts of Michael Jordan. The big hands, the longer arms, the quick feet, the speed, the jumping ability. This helps you. It helps. But Dwayne Wade won't talk about Chris Bosh's story from the 2008 Redeem Team that I'm pretty sure LeBron James was on, and why was it a Redeem Team? Right? Because these guys lost when Kobe Bryant wasn't there. Kobe Bryant came back in 2008, came back in 2012, and showed these guys how to get it done. The same thing that Kobe Bryant did to LeBron James in the 2012 All-Star Game, the same thing that Kobe Bryant did to LeBron James in the 2008 Olympics, the 2012 Olympics. He showed that he was on another level, and he showed and proved why he's considered the way that, or remembered or respected the way that he is, and why there's a Mamba mentality, and that it wasn't a mystique that Kobe Bryant had around him in his work ethic. That was the true facts that Kobe Bryant earned, the reputation that he earned by going out there and doing those things. So Dwayne Wade continues to lie about Kobe Bryant, make up stories. Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade has said multiple times that him and LeBron James teamed up to go against and stop Kobe Bryant. But then you want to sit here and try to say that the mentalities are the same? That Kobe Bryant has a mystique? That LeBron James is the hardest worker you've ever seen in your life? It don't add up. It obviously wasn't the hardest worker for Chris Bosh that he's seen, because he talked about Kobe Bryant in that moment. He talked about LeBron James. I never heard no one talk about LeBron James that way. But Dwayne Wade's gonna come in here and try to lie and make it seem like he just works just as hard as Kobe Bryant does, but he don't have that kind of respect or reputation of Kobe Bryant. Why is that, Dwayne Wade? You earn a reputation. You earn it by going out there and doing whatever it is that you do. Kobe Bryant earned that reputation. Same thing with a lot of these great players. LeBron James, same thing. He's earned the reputation that he has. And he lollygags. Does LeBron James look like he works on his overall game like Kobe Bryant did? No, he doesn't. And there's no evidence that he did. But Dwayne Wade's going to say some nonsense. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.